Oh, there is?
I'll just try to.
Oh, yeah, this would probably be
So, just to touch on a few things that the affirmative side said. They talked about how the unemployment would drop, as if it would drop significantly. Jonathan Mayer and Jeremy West, who's an executive professor of economics at Texas A&M University, says that the minimum wage, the impact from unemployment by them raising the minimum wage would happen over time and not right away, as the affirmative seemed to suggest, which still gives the affirmative's plan opportunity to kill more jobs with the ways we said, like automation and outsourcing, and people just firing their employees because they can't afford to run their businesses. I just want to touch on the thing that I tried to say about raising the minimum wage would lower monthly incomes. A study by Jeffrey Clemens, who's a PhD, and Michael Wither, who's also a PhD, found that minimum wage increases resulted in a reduced average monthly income for low-skilled workers due to a reduction of employment. Incomes would decrease $100 during the first year following the minimum wage increase, and $50 in the next 2 years. I'd also like to touch on the fact that raising the minimum wage would potentially slash workers' benefits. So in the same study I quoted earlier of the 400 CFOs, which was conducted by Campbell Harvey, who is a professor at professor of international business at Duke University, found that 40% of the CFOs interviewed would reduce the benefits of their employees if the minimum wage were raised. I'd like to finish off by just reiterating the fact that the whole idea of raising the minimum wage should be left up to states. Like my partner said, there are 29 states, not like 20 that the affirmative said, 29 states that have higher minimum wages, and that's because their price of living is higher in those places. Where the minimum wage is at the federal level, it's because the minimum wage can get you farther in those places, further. I'd also like to finish off by saying that the minimum wage is more of a stepping stone for other jobs, and raising it would potentially strangle economic mobility. Don Dreeb, I'm not going to try to say his name, of the Cato Institute said in general about the minimum wage that the minimum wage cuts off the first rung of the employment ladder, and that's the lowest paying rung that provides skills and experienced workers need to reach the next rung and continue their work climbing. The director of the School of Hospitality Management at Pennsylvania State University, John O'Neill, stated that increasing the minimum wage to $10 or higher would result in a decrease of opportunities for upward mobility in the hospitality industry, which is where most of these jobs are, at entry levels where hourly roles are traditionally goods to the town.